Hello everybody, it is Thursday, June the 26th, and we are working our way through this tournament down here in Hatteras at the Marlin Club. I'll have you more details on what happened yesterday on that, and I'll fill you in on everything on the Outer Banks fishing front when I come back in just a moment.
Come and experience fishing for the whole family aboard the Crystal Dawn at Pirates Cove Marina in Manio. The Crystal Dawn is a roomy 65-foot headboat, fully equipped with the latest gear to give you the best fishing experience. Worried about getting seasick? Fear not. The Crystal Dawn stays in safer and shallower waters to lessen the likelihood of that happening. Half-day and private fishing trips are available. To find out more, go online to crystaldawnheadboat.com. The Crystal Dawn Headboat out of Pirates Cove. Fishing that is fun for all ages.
Are you ready for a fishing thrill like no other?
Oh, there he is! There he is! Oh, got him up!
As seen on Wicked Tune at Outer Banks, the Carolina Girl, captained by majestic Jessie Anderson, is a custom, luxurious 53-foot Jarrett Bay built boat running out of Hatteras Harbor Marina. Let Jessie and her crew give you a fishing experience of a lifetime. To book a trip, go online to CarolinaGirlSportFishing.com. Carolina Girl Sport Fishing, your offshore adventure awaits. So we start off, like always, with the Hatteras Offshore Report, and I'm right down here, and they're right outside my window as I report. Everything to our report today, we're seeing midsummer slowdown in most cases, and everything becomes a little pickier, a little smaller. Effort gets to be a little less. These charter boat people, they go and they do every single day as hard as they can. I've never been around a fleet of charter boat captains anywhere, and I've been around a lot of them up and down the East Coast that work harder at doing that than the folks here on the Outer Banks. And for the Hatteras fleet, yesterday they had another day of bail or dolphin. Bail or dolphin means small mahi. These are the fish, not the porpoise, of course, and they are really good to eat, really fun to catch, but not hog killings, not limits for most of the boats. And then they had some more blackfin tunas, which remain on the small side, but there's really, you still get 4 nice loins out of them. That's really about as good at eating as there is on the tuna scale, especially when it's fresh. There was an occasional wahoo and an occasional sailfish caught in the charter fleet. Inshore, you're going to hear these two things mentioned a lot here coming up: blues and Spanish mackerel in very good numbers. But that's pretty much it. There's been an amberjack. There's been a cobia or two, but it's mostly bluefish and Spanish mackerel. There's been a drum or two caught on some wrecks, and there's still some sheephead in the ocean, but more about that when we get to the backcountry report. Oregon Inlet, it was fair to good yellowfin tuna fishing according to Captain Dickie Harris on the Fantastic, and a few dolphin, again mostly the bailers. A bailer means it's when the mate reaches down and grabs the leader and can sling it right in the boat, usually 3 to 5 pounds. A gaffer is usually 8 pounds and up, something like that. That's when you need a gaff hook to pull it over the side. So it's mostly all bailers right now with a few exceptions. And he also did mention to me that really good bluefishing around Oregon Inlet and some Spanish mackerel in the catches there. But there again, everything is, some of the other stuff they've been catching has seemed to have drifted away. I mean, you remember a month and a half ago we were catching tuna off the end of Jeanette's Pier a couple months ago. So everything is changing, typical for this time of the year. Surf and pier fishing remains very stable, a little bit on the slow side, and again, you're dealing with mostly bluefish and Spanish mackerel, and that's a good thing. That's a blessing, because those are two of the funnest fish you can catch. The bluefish can be caught on cut bait or on metal lures. The Spanish mackerel are caught almost exclusively on metal lures, but whether you're in the surf or on a pier, that's the two things that have been biting the best. And you need to know, especially north of Oregon Inlet, the bite has been very, very early in the morning. So sunrise bite is when you want to go. Down on Hatteras Island, a little bit better fishing for the things in the wash of the surf, like sea mullet, pompano, and then there's some bluefish down there as well. There's a puppy drum or two being caught, but all of it is what I would call pretty scrappy right now, so we don't have to spend a whole lot of time talking about that. But I would say this: your local tackle shop is the place to go to figure out the right rig, the right place to go fishing. They will help you a lot, and there's no charge for that. Local knowledge is free when you deal with a local mom and pop tackle shop. All right, so we'll take a little break right here, and I'll come back and talk to you about some stuff going on in the Sound, in the backcountry, and I'll update you on day 3, which is in the books of the Hatteras Marlin Club tournament.
Electricity. Something I don't mix well with at all, and that's why I only trust the folks at ELS OBX. ELS OBX offers a variety of services from custom electrical installations to lighting design. ELS OBX has the experience and know-how to complete any job. They're committed to providing the highest quality lighting and electrical installations or service at affordable prices. Visit them online at elsobx.com to get a brighter idea of how shockingly awesome they are. See what I did there? ELS OBX, electrical and lighting solutions you can count on.
All right, so back in the sound, we'll start out talking about the sheephead. Remember, if you listen to us and stay with us regularly, you'll remember that a lot of these sheephead were on wrecks just along the beach, especially back at Hatteras. Now, when I was coming through the fleet, we didn't catch sheephead in the ocean. They might have been there, but we didn't even fish for them. We fished for them around the bridges and back in the sound, but they figured out that it's some really good fishing on nearshore wrecks, also around the sea buoy and all the channel markers, and it's been very good. But now, as one of the local captains told me, I think it was Andy Pylan on the Good Times, that these sheephead will move back into the sound. And from what I saw yesterday, it looks like that's exactly what's happening. Plentiful sheephead on structure, and that's the key. You really need to find some structure of some kind, and it doesn't take much. There are rock piles in the sound, there are channel markers, there are pound net stakes, but they like structure of some kind. I also saw some really nice sow trout caught and released, and then there was at least 2 cobia caught back at Hatteras by our backcountry guides down this way. So about the same thing I've been reporting: sheephead, sow trout, a few puppy drum, a few bluefish, and a couple of cobias. Pretty good. But there again, it's not one of those things where you're going to go out there and just wet a line and start catching. That sound fishing requires a little thought and knowledge and planning and understanding of the water to be successful at it. As far as the Hatteras Marlin Club, the 66th annual billfish release tournament, yesterday was a limited day. Anyone could go fishing, but instead of fishing from 9 till 3, fishing hours from 9 to 3, you could leave the dock whenever you wanted, but you had to quit fishing at 1 o'clock. That's a tradition in the fleet. The middle day of the tournament, which is Wednesday, that's what they do. The night before, they had a band, they had a big party, a lot of fun. Place was packed despite the heat. Today, because of all that, and because of the really kind of slow fishing, only 3 boats went fishing. And of those 3, the Builder's Choice caught 2 sailfish, which will move him up in the standings in the top 10. The standings did not change. So that leaves in 3rd place the G-Baby with 1 blue marlin, 1 white, and 2 sailfish. In 2nd place, the Cheryl Ann with 2 white marlin and 5 sailfish. And in 3rd place, the BB with 1 blue marlin and 1 sailfish. 1 blue marlin and 4 sailfish. So the whole deal is this. You got 2 days left to fish. Almost everybody still has at least 1 day to fish. A couple of them will be able to fish both days using the 3 out of 5 format. But if it was me, I'd probably lay in again. And the water, as I understand it, out in the Gulf Stream, the current is very strong, and the water is got a green tint to it, which is not ideal for marlin fishing. So some of the guys told me. So I'd give it another day and fish the last day of the tournament, and we'll keep you posted as things wind down. I hope that you get a chance to go out and wet a line. If you're on the Outer Banks, there's a million different ways you can do that. May the good Lord bless you.